Please don't be a dependent forever. You get why? Two good heads are better than one. Don't put all your eggs in just one basket. Don't be a dependent forever. Hi fam, welcome back again to my channel. It's Intentional Favor here. If you are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. Please consider subscribing. And my amazing returning subscribers, I love you guys so much. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I'm just here to talk to a group of people called Dependants here in the UK. Okay, I'll beg you to please watch this video to the end and of course understand the message behind it. And a quick disclaimer, this is just my opinion and my advice. Okay, feel free to discard it, feel free to use it either way. Okay, I'm not going to force it down your throat, but everyone is entitled to their own opinion and I'm here to just share my opinion. So like I said, I'm here to talk to dependents, especially dependents of international students. I know that UK recently they are introducing so many visa routes. If you come here on the streets of YouTube, there are so many videos on visa routes in UK and of course other countries. Okay, I think so many countries, even more than UK, are opening up to immigrants in their country, and of course people are using that opportunity. But the truth is that, let's talk about UK, which is where I'm currently based. There is no way everybody will get on all those visa. Healthcare visa route has been opened for more than a year now, and people have been getting it. And of course, I think there are people that are not getting it, and more than people that are getting it. If that makes sense, that's true. Okay, and of course, to some extent, student route is still there. Although there are so many things that since the change of government in this country, the new prime minister, the new home secretary, a lot has been going on about dependent visa, cutting down on dependence of international students, cutting down of number of international students coming into the country. All of these, as you can see, they are still speculations. There are things that are still going on. None of them have actually happened. We've not heard clearly. Of course, there is September intake now. People are applying, people are already getting offers, and people are planning to come. And we've not still heard anything from this government to say, like a stamp on it, to say no more. Okay, so that still tells you that the study route is still a viable option. However, why going through work route than study route will be better is because you just get a job, and of course it starts to count towards your immigration, unlike the study visa, which takes a longer route to permanent residency, or ILR, indefinite leave to remain, as they call it in this country. So that's why that one is advisable. But at the end of the day, you still can't discard it, because for some people, should be told, not everybody can come on work visa. You can say that's the best, but not everybody can get that. So whichever one that works for you, if it is study, as far as you want to japa, as my Nigerian folks say it, if you want to migrate, then just use the one that works for you. That's the first advice. Now, to dependents. For now, as an international student, as long as you are studying at postgraduate level, master's degree and all of that, you can bring your family over. Dependent, which comprise of your spouse and your children, you can come with them to on your study visa. Now, when you come over, like I said, this video is for dependents. That's why I made that background about comparing work visa and study visa. The reason why people go for work visa is because it starts counting, and of course don't need to worry. But if you come on study visa, you are still hanging. That's the truth. So after your program, of course, there is that 2 years post-study visa, which we hope will continue and nothing changes it because of so many things happening in UK now on their plans to cut down immigration. Okay, so you have that 2 years post-study visa. After 2 years post-study visa, if you don't get a job that will give you sponsorship for you to continue staying in the UK, what happens? You are going back to your country, or you choose to also further your studies, maybe go for a second master's, or you go for PhD, just to keep buying time. And all of this requires money. But I think if study route is more viable for you than work visa, and you come here and you're opportune to be doing a postgraduate program, and you're opportune to come with your dependent. For instance, if you are married, when I mean dependent, this is not about kids now. Kids are there, but I'm talking about the spouse, and you're opportune to come with your spouse. I think a lot of responsibility lies with that spouse, that dependent, and that's why I'm making this video. If you come here as a dependent, I don't see why you should wait until the end of your partner's program or when your visas are about to expire. That is when you will start to look for job. That is the reason why so many people become frustrated when their visas are about to end. My advice is this: the moment you land here in this country as a dependent, as a spouse, you have more advantage than the main applicant, who is the student. Because on his or her visa, he or she can only work for 20 hours per week during term time. And most times you have more term time than non-term time when they can work more than 20 hours. But you, you can work as much as you want. Many international students struggle to get jobs because some companies don't want someone that will do part-time or will work only 20 hours. They need someone to fill a full-time position or someone that will be readily available to work or to pick shifts. So the student is disadvantaged in that aspect, but you are not. My advice is, please, the moment you come, start looking for work, of course. You can get a job immediately that you can be using to sustain yourself. But whilst you are at that job, start immediately to look for jobs that will give you sponsorship. Health and care visa is still an option. Many people, if they tell you the truth, will tell you that some people coming from Nigeria or coming from Africa on this visa route, they go through agencies, and these agencies many times they embezzle funds from them. Yeah. And sometimes, if you are already here in the UK, those same agencies, even if they want to embezzle funds, I'm going to be raw, I'm going to be open and honest with you guys. Some of them, the money they tend to collect for those here already is even less than the one they collect from people abroad. But do you know that you being here gives you an advantage, that you don't have to depend on all these agencies that are doing this, I don't want to say evil work, but let me just calm down. I'm not here for them. You have more advantages. And if you check most of these agencies, they are Africans, Asians doing all of this. But when you are here, you have opportunity to have care homes or British not recruits, British people that are recruiting or something like that. You have opportunity to meet them directly. These are usually the genuine ones that will give you COS at no extra cost. So when you come here, I'm just creating this awareness so that you will know. In case you are coming in September, or you are already here, you came in last September, okay, we are already in April. And of course, maybe you came in January. The moment you come here, you can get a job, not necessarily start looking for only sponsorship jobs. You can get a job that you will be doing while you are here. But also, whilst at that job, start looking for sponsorship. If you're happy to do the health and care route, start looking for care homes. Google them, care homes near you. Not even only ones near you. Because if you're in the country already, and of course you know the importance of having visa sponsorship to remain in the country, I think you should be open to relocate to any part of the UK, not necessarily the city where you are or where your partner is studying. Look for care homes. Most times they are the viable option. If you are opportune to get a permanent job, you can talk to them, because the truth is that sometimes Brits don't know about sponsorship because they don't need visa to stay in their country. They don't know about all of this. You can be the one that will create that awareness. I created so many awareness when I was looking for jobs. And most of these local authorities, I'm telling you the truth now, they are getting visa sponsorships already. And when I was applying, they didn't know about it, or they weren't bothered about getting it. But when I created that awareness, most of them are getting it now. For instance, where I'm working currently, I am their guinea pig. I am the first person they give visa sponsorship. So you can start creating those awareness. You have 1 year plus. Masters in the UK is minimum of 1 year program, and your visa will still have an extension of 3 months, or is it 4 months now from the day of the start of your program. So you have 1 year at least to start doing this search. So I want to put it to you: if you are a dependent, the future of you and your family, yeah, to remain in this country lies in your hand. Don't leave it to the student. The student has a lot, study, assignments, this and that, and also doing some things. It lies on you to make sure that you get visa sponsorship. Because the moment you get visa sponsorship, a student after his or her program can switch to now become your own dependent. That's that part. Now, I also want to talk to dependents of probably those unskilled worker, or eventually when you as a student, you become the dependent of your spouse. Generally talking to dependents. Please don't be a dependent forever. You get why? So even if you came here to join, maybe your wife is a nurse, is a doctor or anything, and you joined as a dependent, please, you on your own, also try to start looking for jobs that will give you sponsorship. It is better. Of course, it's even better because that person's own route is faster, to the best of my knowledge. I might be wrong, and I'm not going to go into details about this, about how that after the 5 years that they gave the person, for instance, the person already gets ILR, and though you continue to be dependent, that person will be a citizen before you if you have been under dependent visa. Yeah, I won't go much into it because I don't have the full picture, but I know that, for instance, me and my husband now, I'm the one that is the main applicant. I have my whatever. He came after a few months and all of that. I'll become a British citizen before my husband. I'm not sure how long or whatever it will take for his own, but I'm very sure I will before him. So the point is, even though the person is a skilled worker, you too try and get other jobs that can also get your own sponsorship and become a skilled worker yourself. The reason is that it reduces the risk or the chance of you people maybe being deported or being sent out of UK. Now, one of the major reasons, like one of the major things I want to say is that, for instance, people that are coming on all these care visas, most of them came in, you know what I mean now. And there are stories everywhere about how so many of these recruiting agencies, they eventually lose their license. And if they lose their license, what it means is that you that they are sponsoring, you also lose your visa. And that has been the situation of so many people. And so many people, after spending how much, how many thousand, how many millions of naira coming here, eventually they lose their job and they are forced to leave the country and go back to their country. But if the dependent, immediately you came here, regardless of the fact that your partner has health and care visa or skilled worker visa or whatever visa, you start looking for your own. If anything happens to that person's COS or that person's place of work, that person can easily switch and become your own dependent. Two good heads are better than one. Don't put all your eggs in just one basket. That's my advice. Start looking for your own job. Don't be a dependent forever. No, look for your own sponsorship. Get your own COS. It's easier to get all these things when you are already here than from outside. So see that dependent visa as an opportunity for you to come in first. And once you are in, what should you do? Try and get your own sponsorship. It will save you guys a lot. So that even if the main applicant, for instance, has some issues at work, which sometimes so many immigrants face, sometimes from racism, it goes into something else that, they can conspire against you, or if anything happens and the person loses his or her own COS, oh my gosh, what will eventually happen? You find out that once, for instance, now, God forbid, if anything happens to me at my workplace or something and I lose my COS or, my sponsorship gets withdrawn, my husband that is jumping, that he's my dependent, he's already in the UK. Both of us, God forbid, like I said, we have to go. But if he has his own and something happens to me, I can switch to his own. Do you get what I mean? But I think, like, I don't know why I'm making this video. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who this video will help. But I want to believe that you get the message behind it. Dependent, don't be a dependent forever. Once you come, start looking for your own sponsorship and be your own main applicant. One is that it will hasten or fast track when you will get your citizenship, and also it will be safe for you and your families, and your risk of being deported or leaving the country or losing your visa is so minimal. And that's the message I want to pass across to you guys in this video. I hope you liked this video. I hope this video was meaningful. You enjoyed it and you got value. You got the message behind it. Please, one thing you will do for me before you go is to give it a thumbs up. Just like this video, please share it. I need you to share this video. Share it to group pages, share it to individuals, whoever you know that is planning to come or that is here already. Share it to them. And of course, I believe this video will save people from this heart attack that usually comes. Especially currently, so many agencies are losing their license and many people are being affected. I think it will save so many people the heartbreak and the frustration. So thank you so much for watching this video, and subscribe to the channel if you have not. I would like to read your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll be seeing you in my next one. Till then, stay blessed, remain intentional, and take good care of yourselves. Bye.